Howdy partners. Today I'm doing a Wild West build. As you can see from my cowboy attire, I'm a very serious man. In this run, you will see me use two famous weapons of cowboys. The repeater rifle, also known as a Winchester, and I'll be using the Peacemaker. I have two variants of the Peacemaker. Where'd my other one go? I lost it. I had to. What in the world? What in tarnation? Okay, seriously, I had another Peacemaker. Where'd it go? I was going to show the other Peacemaker that I used in the first day of the... What? How did I lose it? I don't understand. Oh my gosh, it's right there. Anyway, I shouldn't have spent so long looking for this stupid thing. Anyway, I use the repeaters. I also utilize the Your Mind melee weapon, the Arkansas toothpick melee weapon, the dynamite throwable, rogue perk deck, and first aid kits. Let's take a quick look at the skills that I used. Uppers aced, some converts, some hostage takers, some other various things. Drill skills to speed up some processes. Some very cowboy-ish things. I also got Swan Song for a little, just in case I needed that clutch 8 seconds to get to the finish line, to get on my horse, saddle up, and ride away into the sunset. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with our Wild West stick-em-up adventure. Alrighty. Now, if you notice by the title, I in fact was more or less immortal throughout this little stick-em-up. Decided to rob a bank, has some gold in it. My loadout, as shown previously. Let's go ahead and get this puppy started.
Okay, the vault's got the gold.
Honestly, one of my favorite things about this build was just, I don't know, it was just so much fun to use. Of course, as I've stated many times, that's why I do these, is because I find them fun. Just bop him in the head with a friggin' brander. Of course, both of my weapons had pretty slow reload. I'm using the repeater and I'm using the Peacemaker. The Peacemaker notoriously has a slow reload. The Peacemaker, I'm sorry, the repeater doesn't have a necessarily slow reload. It can take a little while though. Trying to get all the bullets if you're going at it from low. But one of the nice things about it is you can reload bullets in progressively. So I put that first aid kit there because I knew I had the faraway van, so I was going to I was going to more than likely escape out that way. So I was just kind of pre-placing a mini med in order to cover me in case I were to lose all my health in the process of exiting the bank. Never hurts to be prepared.
Found one. They sent in an extraction team to see the civilians.
Not much going on in the beginning of the heist, of course. So one of the kind of early strategies, I guess, but something I had to keep in mind was how I was going to use my weapons, in the sense that how I was going to use them before I would, you know, put myself in the cover, before I reloaded, so on and so forth. It was honestly a lot more straightforward than I thought it was going to be. I just kind of played like normal, reloaded like normal, and all that good stuff. Tried to reload the Peacemaker at any chance I got. Definitely didn't want to leave it with fewer bullets than necessary. In the magazine, in the chamber, however you want to call it.
Chopper coming in.
Drop it. Hands where I can see it. Kneel down. Cuff yourself.
Yes,
Drop it.
In the original version of this build, I had running from death basic, which allowed me to, you know, after I came out of being down, I would have really fast reload speed, and I could actually get some pretty crazy reload times with the Peacemaker, and it was really funny. Of course, the Peacemaker reload time was a bit of an inconvenience, given how many shots it takes. I honestly think that after the pistol reload buff, not the pistol reload buff, but after picking up the pistol reload skill, like, the way it's reloading right now should be its base reload, in my opinion. You know, still longer than the Bronco and the Madiver, but not so long that it's absolutely abysmal without pistol skills. It'll convert this guy through the wall. Use my dynamite to kind of clear up the room just a little bit. That's what it's there for. Dynamite is fantastic as a pure grenade throwable. Seeing how it can't be shot out of the air and has a pretty large explosion radius. Able to shoot at this dozer through the door frame. I do have just base dodge chances, and I don't have anything augmenting that aside from duck and cover aced. Because, well, the concealment on this build wasn't high enough, and I didn't feel like trying to make it low enough to where I could get a bonus. I would rather just deal with having base dodge. Tasers are actually kind of awesome if you can catch them at just the right time when you're trying to reload your Peacemaker. They save you a little bit of time. If you don't waste all your ammo trying to shoot the taser, that is. One major weakness of this build, of course, was trying to kill dozers. Just didn't have the necessary capabilities to, or the rate of fire necessary to kill them extremely effectively, so I had to wait for my converts to shave their faceplates off before I could really work on killing them. Accidentally laid down the drill instead of using a key. I mean, I realized it after I started, but I was like, whatever, I'll just lay the drill down anyway in case I get swamped and I need to protect myself. That way at least the drill can be going in the background while I'm defending. However, I finally get the long desired gold that I wanted to get from this stick-up. And it was time to go jump on the horse and ride away into the sunset. Sneaking out the back while my hired helpers distract the cops. My bad, posse. Waited on them a little bit to kind of catch up with me while I had a bit of a holdout here at the side of the bank. They ended up being drawn closer to my posse than they were to me, so I decided it was high time to bust out of here. Threw the TNT to cover myself, except not really. There's no reason to throw it. Load the gold up onto the horse, and off we ride. Except, plot twist, my horse gets shot, and I have to dismount, and I have to wait for a new horse to come in, or someone to come pick me up. I don't know how that would work. I guess my horse gets shot, and then somebody brings me another horse? I don't know. Changed peacemakers in between these runs, just for the heck of it. So here I check the corners of the map to see which ones were blocked off by SWAT vans or by cops. Because the one that... there's like one or two that won't be blocked off, and then the ones that aren't blocked off will have the possibility of having the escape van come through there. Since both sides on this side were blocked off by either police cars or by the SWAT van, I was pretty sure, like 90%, if not 100% sure, that it was going to come on the side that is currently to my right. So I wanted to find somewhere to hole up while I had this stick up with, or not really a stick up, while this hold out with the police, with the law. Managed to find a turncoat in their numbers, turn him to my side. Told him I'd give him a cut of the gold, but in fact I'm not going to give him any cut at all, and I'm just going to leave him to die. I'm a bad hombre.
Face down. Lay down. Look out. Taser.
Now I know what you're thinking. I'm hiding in a, like, little itty bitty sewage pipe that's open on both sides. But even though it looks like crappy cover, it worked out quite nicely. I could back towards one side or the other in order to avoid being shot, and of course the first aid kit would cover my me in case I did get shot down for a second or so.
Drop it down. Hands up. Don't let them get away. Enemy medic. Medic, take it out. I'm there too. Drive as fast as I can. Drop it. Drop it.
Trying to convince another member to join us. However, didn't want to risk going down. Didn't want cops to take me to jail. Not the county jail. God, not the county jail. Anything but the county jail. All in all, I don't think this weapon setup was a bad weapon setup, necessarily. The repeater is much like the contractor with its pickup rate, damage, and so forth, and rate of fire. I think the contractor has a slightly higher rate of fire, however, I don't know the hard stats right off the top of my head, so don't quote me on that. However, the repeater is, again, much like the contractor, and the Peacemaker, although a definitely inferior version of the Bronco in terms of reload time, and the Madiver as well. Pretty much the only differences in those being the differences in the reload times. It was still a fun gun to use. Definitely usable, clearly. Uppers coming in handy there. Horse was arriving at high noon. Both my sticks of dynamite flew a little farther than necessary. I got him that time, though. And lo and behold, at long last, crawling through the sewage and the muck just to get away from the law, I trudged towards my getaway. My black stallion. Or, you know, Van Gogh painted getaway van. Either one works. The same thing, right? And that was all there was to it. That was my Wild West build with no downs. This one was a lot of fun to do. Have some more good ideas for the future that I can't wait to try out. And as usual, thank you guys so much for watching.